you a story real quick. Story that started a while back. I believe probably just several years ago. I think I was investigating, or just, I guess, out of pure curiosity, I was just trying to find out what Scientology was all about. So I said to myself, you know what? Let's call them real quick. I heard stories, and of course, I don't tend to believe every story I hear. I just like to find out for myself. So whenever I would talk to friends and say, hey, you know about Scientology, what's up with them? And they're like, oh no, don't mess with them. They're scary. They're cults. They're gonna do this to you. They're gonna do that to you. I was like, you know what? First of all, disclaimer: I don't believe in any religion. I don't think any religion or all religions are fake, in my opinion. Now, it's just my opinion. If you're a part of a religion and you get offended or hurt, well, you have the right to respect my opinion, respect my decision, such as I respect your decision to follow something. I just choose not to follow. Well, back to the story. So I said to myself, let me investigate these guys real quick and, see what I can find out. First off, I tried was, of course, you go on YouTube, you go online, you read up on them, and you see the positives, and you see the negatives, and you see the stories that come from that place. So, of course, you study who's in it, find out what people are thinking about them, and things like that. So, just like any religion, it has levels. And being that it is a business, which all religions are, it tries to indoctrinate and tries to go after people to serve the religion, to build the religion up, to basically become the power that it's trying to become, which is the control factor. You have to have people you bring in that are gonna get less than the small amount or small group that's gonna get the most. That's what the control does. So, for example, if you're a celebrity in the religion, you're treated differently, and you also have your own place to worship, and you're separated from the regular. Meaning that in certain instances, some of these celebrities that are in the religion are given, maybe on purpose, or maybe without them even knowing, information. Oh, look at that beautiful sky there. You're given maybe information that's pertaining to make you see what they want you to see. And maybe you're not given other pieces of information that will probably allow you the opportunity to wake up and find out that the place you're in is not really what it seems. I'll give you an example, because that actor Tom Cruise would be one of the examples. Is one of the guys that is on the top of that pyramid, but he's not really a part of the pyramid. Maybe he is, and if he is, then he's really a good actor. But for example, I started seeing that there were people there that were trapped, where were like truly in jail, and that kind of made me feel kind of sad. So I said, let me go see for myself. I can see videos and stuff, and that's just videos. People can make up anything, to make a story seem real, especially on video. So I said, let me go find out for myself. And so I went down. Well, first I called. All right. I got somebody on the line from the Scientology thing, and they started. The person I got was very, very manipulative, and also very fake. So of course that's one person. So I said, oh, you know what? I want to know a little bit about you, da da da. And they're like, oh, da da da. And then I was like, yeah. They're like, let me get somebody else. So they got, I guess, somebody that has more experience. and they started asking me questions. So these questions are geared, they're designed to see how much of a follower you are. They're questions that are geared towards finding out whether or not you're controlling, if they can control you. The moment you answer, and they're really good. They're thought out. They're set up in a way that if you answer them with the mental state of not being a follower, you will be eliminated or scratched off the list, like right away. So I failed the questions, which is a good thing, but it's also a bad thing. Good because, of course, I'm not a follower. Bad because there, if I want to find out anything, I have to get into it. I have to go in order to get the answers. But in order to get in, you have to be a follower. I wasn't thinking in that mindset, so I wasn't trying to be, I wasn't trying to act. So I went, and right away they didn't want me. And if you're looking at religions, you would think that when you're asking questions, you're going to be accepted. But that's not the case, because they're not looking for followers. They're not looking to help anybody. They're looking to help themselves. So in order to do that, you have to find people that are easily manipulated and easily put to work, because that's what they do. They put people to work. So I had some fun conversations with them, and I played around with it a little bit. I thought, this is off and on. I'm a very curious person, so I like to get into a lot of things. And then you know what? It's my life, and in this world, I think we should be able to do whatever we want. Sometimes going into the lion's den is part of the game. At least it is for me. And so, of course, I would talk to my family members or friends, and I would say, hey, you know what? I'm going to go to the church and go see what's up. And the first thing they do, of course, is worry, and they start telling you shouldn't do it. They go through different emotions. They're frightened, they're scared, they're angry, they're emotional, and they're very opinionated on what you should do when it's none of their business. It's your life. If they came up to me and said, hey, I want to try something like this, you just go, okay, well, based on your intelligence levels, which I like to hang around smart people. Well, I like to think that I do. I shouldn't have to worry about them, unless they are, not as smart as they think they are. Of course, we all know that those people do exist. So I would just put it out there, and I noticed the different responses I got. And one day I said, let me go to one of their things. I was working at this one job where on my break, no, on my lunch, I guess, I walked over, and it was right next to it was in Pasadena, so I think I was working for Bank of America at the time. So I walked into one of their fronts, and when you walk into it, it's completely empty. I mean, in Pasadena, completely empty. It's like a beautiful store. It has a lot of everything's nice and set up, but it's empty, and there's hardly anyone there. And so I was like, well, this is interesting. And then this creepy, and I say creepy because that's what the person gave up, that vibe of creepiness, and the way they spoke, the way they acted. Not creepy, scary, but creepy in a sense like I felt bad for them. And so I was like, okay, I didn't get too much information then, so I said, okay, I'm gonna leave, and I'll tell you some other time. And this is not a scary thing. I don't know why people are making such a big deal. So I started looking more into it, and then as I did, I started noticing why it is what it is. Essentially, what it is it's like a jail. People go in, and they go into it, and they give up their rights. They're told what to do, how to do it. It's almost like a self-imprisonment. Like these people get put into a position where they can't get out of it. Once they're in, they can't get out of it. They're smart people, but that are not smart enough to control their own life. Where others step in and take over the reign, and that is very powerful. That's very scary, because then, as smart as you think you are, I could see how they can manipulate, and how they can actually hurt the individual, and that's a lot of individuals that are getting hurt. And that train just came out of nowhere. That was a ghost train. You shot I mean, I shot. You killed my horse. It's a video game, but this horse is dead. Yeah. You just witnessed murder by train. That was fun. Oh, hey, mister, what are you trying to do? I'll just take this parcel back. No, you can't do that in this game. Alright, so like I was saying. So, I said to myself, let me go to Hollywood real quick and walk around a little bit. So I did. There's a Scientology place there, and they're like at the door. This place is a little packed just because there's a lot of tourists and stuff. So they offer you the opportunity to go inside and get, I guess, go through an interview process. So I said to myself, well, let's check it out. Why not? And so I walked into this place, and that day I decided I was going to drink a couple of beers. So I was a little loose. I was a little more into the fun that I was going to get into. It was going to be fun, right? So I thought. So I walk in, and it's packed. People are walking in. It's a lot of like white people, mostly white people, are going into this. So they're the ones that are seem like they're most susceptible to this thing. But it's like like Europeans and stuff, like German and stuff like that are going in. So I go in, and I'm told that I'm gonna have to go through do a test, like I guess a 10, like not 10. I'm sorry, like over 100 question test. But I'm gonna be timed for this one. I'm getting chased here by a wolf. Dude, leave me alone. I don't want to kill you. I'm probably gonna have to kill you now. Let's see. Let's take out this guy. Dude, let go of me. I'm gonna get killed. I haven't played this in a while, so forgive me of my expertise in gaming. Or outside the window yet. Try that. Where are you? Okay, let's take him out first. That's what happens when you're walking in the wild. Oh, they're running away from me. That's right. The hunter has become the hunted. Oh, I'm totally. Yes, guys, I just got killed by. Oh no, I'm still alive. I'm still alive. Whoa, and now I'm dead. Okay, so I go in, and it's very professional and very robotic and very company-wise. So they're all smiling, and they're acting like they love what they're doing, but they're really in hell, right? Remember that one. They're good actors, and they train them well. And so they give me a little pencil, and they give me like a piece of paper, and I'm trying to remember. I don't remember that much, but they